I do all the testing myself because it's important to me that when another woman puts it in her hand and she tries it on, that she likes it just as much as I do. During our COVID lockdown time, we settled down on exactly what we wanted to release in lockdown and post-lockdown. So all the things that are brand new that you're looking at, they are all things that were formulated before lockdown and during lockdown. So these are my lockdown babies. The eye makeup, the eyeshadow palette is new and I love it. I use it every day. I've been using it every day for a very long time. And it's something that I believe women out there will really like. I think that all people who work in entertainment definitely should branch out in different fields of their passions or their interests. My interest is I love products and I love makeup. It was easy to decide what is good, what is not, and what I want to release. I do all the testing myself because it's important to me that when another woman puts it in her hand and she tries it on, that she likes it just as much as I do. It's not just try it on. I'm involved in the entire process of how the formula is created, what it smells like, what it feels like, what the texture is, how much pigment is inside of the lipsticks or the eyeshadows, or how the mascara brush itself was one of many brushes until I decided on the one that I wanted. Everything from the new pink box art and the box, and the gradients of how much pink is going to go from one side to the other. So every tiny detail I work on. I don't know what other celebrity brands do. I only know what I do because I try not to focus on what they're doing, because it becomes, I think your judgment gets clouded because you feel like you should be like somebody else. I think that men's grooming is definitely a next step of creating the perfect go-to pouch or collection where it all comes together for a man, and not just creating something that, okay, this can be used and this can be used. I think men, just like us women, like to see things packaged a certain way. So that's definitely in the works of creating something that would be very male friendly, I guess you could say. I don't remember the last time I went shopping for a different brand, or it would be testing something out to see what it feels like and what ours feels like, maybe. But almost everything that I use is my stuff.
Do you prime your eyes?
I do sometimes, and I do sometimes I don't. Just depends.
Okay, concealer first or after foundation?
After foundation for me.
Okay, do you go for manicures or do you manicure yourself?
I do have to do both. Because I work a lot, so if you're in the middle of nowhere, there's no salon, you have to do it yourself.
On an average, how long does it take for you to do your makeup?
I pride myself on a maximum of 30 minutes.
Well done. Do you wear makeup every day and everywhere?
Not everywhere. Every day, probably.
Brilliant. Last question. What's the most overrated and underrated product on your line, perhaps? I don't want to ask about other brands.
I think that's something that people should use that maybe they don't know. There's this beautiful blue eyeliner that I believe would look good on anyone. That's one of my favorites. It's something that I wish I could use every day.